Right, make sure the camera good. They got tracking mode on. I hate tracking mode. Alright, y'all, I'm tired. I just woke up. We about to go to the shop, put in some work. Yeah. I'm tired. Well, I'm not tired. I just woke up. But this morning while I'm waking up early, working out a little bit, doing my little stuff that I do, that I usually do. Usually I wake up, I ate some breakfast early, cause I didn't want to come to work on on a full stomach, or even like close to full. When it's like that, I really just don't feel like working. That's why when I had woke up, worked out, ate, went to sleep again for like 3 hours, and now it's time for us to go to work. I think I got one new client today. Other than that, same old grind, same old everything, same old consistency. Hopefully the camera won't fall. I got it in a good angle. Got the little tripod, little thing, handheld tripod type stuff. Same old every day. Consistency. That's what we on right now. Consistency. Y'all, I had wound up taking my test the other day. I think it was Monday of this week. Today is currently Friday. It's Friday right now, Friday afternoon. And I had took my test, so I studied my little packets and everything that I did for school. Went over the men's procedure, and then we got a women's procedure, because I'm out here in Mississippi, so we got a written part. You got the women's procedure and the men's procedure that we have to do. I was well prepared. I learned the men's, like I never really did the men's procedure when I was in school. So, well, I know the steps and everything, but I just didn't know, like, for the facial, all the different things for the facial and the stuff for the shaving strokes. I learned that in literally the night before. Like, I have a mind that's like once I see it, I can for sure do it. Once I see it a couple times, it's not about, of course, practice, but bro, it's like once I see it, I can do it. Anything I feel like I can see, I can physically, I don't know, I have the confidence to do it. But I wind up the whole entire woman and men's procedure. I know for a fact I passed both of them. But the written part is the problem. But they say you can miss 40 questions on the test. It was 110 questions. You can miss 40 questions on the test and you can still pass. So what's the odds of me basically missing half the test, bro? And then the next test not till whenever it come out. Well, what's the odds? So hopefully I'll pass the test. I can't wait to put licensed barber. I see licensed barber in everybody posts. It be licensed barber, it be professional Texas barber, professional Mississippi, Louisiana barber. I can't wait to put that in my bio, bro, because I'm not false advertisement. I'm not no dude that's trying to be something that he not. I'm not gonna put something that I'm not. That's the first way to find out if somebody lame or not, if somebody need to be in your circle. False advertisement. Somebody that's putting something out that's not really them. But yeah, for the test, you really just gotta go in there confident. If you're not confident, then you already probably lost. So you already probably failed the test, and that's with anything in life. If you don't approach it with confidence, bro, or if you don't gain some type of confidence, then you probably failed, probably lost already. So we don't have no loser mentality. We keep going. We keep going with a positive mentality. So what I'm thinking about doing, y'all, is is working out again tonight. I want to go to the actual gym and work out. I really don't go to the gym unless I'm going with somebody for real. I really don't go at all. I really just do like calisthenic things at my house. So it might do like a little gym workout type stuff after I get done cutting hair. I usually do 5+ people a day. Sometimes I may do 12, 13 people in a day, but on average it's like 5+ or 5, 5 or more. Or sometimes it be lower than that. It don't matter if I'm doing 1 person, 2 people. If you book through the app, bro, I hate doing appointments that's not through the app, but if you book through the app, I'm for sure gonna come. I'm not canceling on you. I used to cancel a lot of, not a lot, but I used to cancel, in the beginning of my journey, but that's maturing with this career. You gotta be reliable, so you're not really your own boss. I hate when people say that. It's false. It's false with barbering. You're not really your own boss. These people count on you. Just because you worked a whole month straight and take off for that week, that don't necessarily mean that person that booked for you for that week, after that month straight that you've been consistent, he might have a wedding the next day, or he might have his birthday coming up or something like that. So it's very important that you stay consistent. You gotta plan ahead of time. That's why you gotta book ahead of time. Barbers, you gotta plan ahead of time. You gotta make sure you're not canceling on people when they need, they need you. They need you. Some people need you when they book. Cause they come like every 2 weeks, every month, stuff like that. They might need you. So it's about to go in here. I might show y'all a few heads, or I'm gonna show y'all a few heads. Show y'all maybe some techniques or something like that, or what needed to be done to achieve the outcome of the haircut, and then show y'all the haircut. So yeah, that's what we got going today in this video. See y'all in the lab.
Defense this year, but their schedule gets really hard. Their next opponents for the rest of the season are combined 31 and 23. That's the toughest schedule in the NFL as of right now, the rest of the way. And I think for Lamar Jackson, this puts Lamar Jackson, who's been terrific.
Jake Browning, who's been in the building for quite some time. He's been on the practice squad dating back to 2021. But this training camp, Browning beat out Trevor Siemian for the starting backup job. And we spoke to Browning in the locker room earlier today, and he said that while he is obviously bummed for Burrow, somebody he is very close with, he is excited about this opportunity.
How old are you?
Talked about
25, turned 25.
And he said that he's someone who has a lot of confidence.
What's your future plans? What's your plans for the next few? Where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years?
Yeah.
I'd like to be like a program manager where I work at. So, yeah.
Going to need it. I spoke to Tyler.
Now I'm just an electrical technician.
Yeah.
I'd like to eventually be a program manager, but I just bought about 3.5 acres, like in the north Big Union area.
Yeah.
Where is that? Because I'm looking for some land here too.
Big Union? North Big Union is like anything in this area right here for.
Yeah.
That's what they call North
It's
Big
not this exit, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all of
No,
this.
I'm talking about where he bought the land.
Oh, where I bought land? So where I bought land is off of, it's off of, you know where TJ's is?
He's not. He's from Louisiana, so he drives to come get his haircut.
Okay. So, yeah. They got that little grocery store right here.
Claiborne Hill?
Claiborne Hill. Go over the bridge and you
I know what Claiborne Hill is.
yeah, keep going straight over that bridge and it's out past that, probably about 15 minutes. But yeah, it's nice. It's in a little small subdivision. But everybody has like their own large acre lot.
And that's what I want. I cannot stand the closeness. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's kind of how we are right now. We have 1 acre and everybody's kind of pretty close.
Oh, if you got 1 acre, you still spread out way more than what I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about the houses are literally 20 feet apart.
Yeah, that's how. See, now that's how it was when I was like a little kid. I lived in Chalmette, and I lived in Lexington. So it was like that. I could reach my next door neighbor's house basically out the window.
But I'm just the opposite. I grew up on 100 acres.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's nice.
Man, I grew up in an apartment.
It's crazy though. The first time I was ever really around people like that is when I moved into my first apartment.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like so we kind of bounced around after Katrina. We moved back, we moved to Texas.
I went way to North Carolina or South Carolina, one of them. Crazy.
South Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way up there.
We bounced like all around, and then my uncle, he had like 15 acres. And he was like, look, I got,
Katrina, you was what, 2, 3 years old?
I was 5.
5? Oh yeah, you said you're 25.
Yeah.
Katrina was what, 20 years ago now?
Do one without no voiceover or nothing like that. So the powder, it just holds the style. See, if I wanted to keep his hair exactly like this, see how it now, like at first it was like combed down, everything. They didn't have like, you see how like that waviness or whatever? Or if I wanted to comb it back like that, you kind of keep that look like that. Just make it, I don't know, it'll bring out like the texturized part of his haircut for real.
Where you get the powder from?
I get mine from Level 3. It's a barbering company, but they do have some from like Sally's. You know what Sally's at out here?
Yeah, right by GNC.
Yeah. At Sally's they got a powder. I'm gonna tell you about the powder. 'Cause I don't like to put everything on YouTube. Everything can go on YouTube. Everything can go on YouTube. But it's a pretty known powder, but you gotta keep some things confidential.
Michigan is favored on the road. The Wolverines are one of 9 teams without a loss against the spread on the road this season. Top dog.
Embrace this moment. Everything we work for is for this moment.
You ain't gotta look at the camera if you don't want to. I know some people be kind of nervous.
Sorry, my little cousin, he got a YouTube channel. He always be recording me. I'm like, man.
Playing on Monday night.
Hold your head kind of down a little bit.
Type ability you can have playing against another great team that we just played the Super Bowl.
That's gonna be
Right there when I was playing the game and playing the quarterback position, I think he gives me the trust that I know he's going to change the route on the fly, and I know he's going to be in the right spot. Hey, you're a legend, man. Congrats, man.
We're gonna see though.
Serving this career as Heisman Trophy. Fill in the blank. But in recent years, for Trayvon, I think I've lost count. Held out in Philadelphia, got his wish, got to the Clippers, and now the Clippers, after Russell Westbrook did everything and more that they asked of him. That sideline,
probably won't be too high.
But I give Russ credit for recognizing, okay, all right, I can be hard-headed again this late in my career, or I can make this sacrifice. He and James can't be out there at the same time. Yeah. Hey.
With De'Aaron Fox. He's a top 10 player in the league, and when I look at him right now, we already know how hard it is to win in Sacramento when they're like the beam. Every single regular season game feel like a postseason game. But they're on the 6-game road trip right now. They started with a win last game against the Lakers. So it's going to be interesting how they continue to strive on the road. You know what they do at home, but I want to see them take it on the road.
De'Aaron Fox, anybody else that from the first team all league?
Murray. But iron sharpens iron. So you could have competition within the locker room. When you have a Malik Monk coming off the bench, when you have a Davion Mitchell who's not been healthy coming in off the bench,
JaVale McGee. I know he's old school, but it keeps the starters on their toes outside of De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis to make sure that they're delivering and doing their job.
Yeah, the Kings are sort of in that mold, that blueprint of the young team. They broke out of their playoffs once last year, and now they're looking to take that next step. Meanwhile, the Spurs are quite a bit behind them, but they do have that cornerstone player in Mr. Wembanyama, who we're going to see in just a couple of minutes. What do you think of the rest of the steps behind that?
Greg Popovich has been reiterating that they're still in the observational phase when it comes to his extraterrestrial abilities. He said, I don't want a roadmap because there is none. Right now, there's not a lot of design plays for Wemby, even though Pop admitted that they should get back to using the tight advantage more in the post. But overall, Pop is being very brittle to Wemby. He says, quote, I need to learn where he feels most comfortable on the court. Then they can start to polish some stuff up. Pop told us they'll evaluate things after.
Attention Walmart shoppers, get a Walmart Plus membership plus not pay for it, because now it's included with Straight Talk Wireless. Get Walmart. Murray on Wembanyama, falling away, difficult shot, and pump the rebound. Situation, let's go. 2 for 1. You rarely get a good shot if you're going for the 2 for 1 for the first.
Alright, so I was gonna take it to the gym with me, but I gotta go home and I gotta do 2 house appointments for real, and I'm gonna be too tired. I'm gonna be too tired. I just gotta do my last appointment. I'm about to clean up real quick. Y'all can watch me clean up or whatever. I guess we could talk a little bit. So I want to tell y'all about this opportunity that I got coming up, and tell y'all a little bit about me and who I am and why I do what I do and stuff. Make sure y'all sanitize. If you don't have this, man, don't be a dirty bumper, bro. It's not cool. You don't want no bumps on the back of your neck. You kind of want no bumps on the back of your neck that's permanent. Sometimes it's not always from the barbers, but most likely it's from the barber not cleaning their tools or their clippers or whatever. But you know, if you don't want it on the back of your neck or side of your face or whatever it may be, the client most likely don't want it on the back of their neck or the side of their face or wherever it may be. So yeah, change out your razors. Change out your razor. I'm about to let y'all see my razor collection. Change out your razors. I'm about to show y'all real quick. I got a pretty nice razor collection. Got this one. I don't know if I can see. I don't know why, but the screen kind of choppy almost. Like I might be able to zoom in or something like that because I know it's dark. These 3, and they got a whole bunch of regular ones. This 2-in-1. This one right here. This another one. I don't really use none of these. This one right here, little wing thing. This one is, they got sparkles on one. This pink one, I really like this pink one, but I only got one that I use. It's the OG one. The first one I ever got is actually the best one that I've ever had. So yeah. But y'all didn't know, I might look young, but I'm not young. I'm not young. I mean, I am young, but you know, I'm not like no teenager, no. If you had to guess my age, I'll let you guess it right now. But looking at me, how old you think I am? Give y'all 5 seconds, I'm gonna start doing something else. Alright, I am actually 25 years old. I didn't start barbering. I just turned 25 this year, like 2 months ago. I didn't start barbering early like how I started in a time where being young, I've always cut my own hair since I was like in 7th grade, but I never actually wanted to be a barber. I didn't want to be no barber. I was trying to be a sneaker reseller before I was trying to be a barber. I used to resell shoes and stuff like that. But I was trying to like, I thought barbering was for like old people. Just old people cutting hair and all this other stuff. So I never found it interesting in being a barber for real. But the wife that I have right now, which is my only wife that I've ever had, but my wife, she suggested it. I started cutting at my house 3 years ago. I started cutting at my house, and I want to make sure this is cleaned out. You don't detox. This little thing is going to get clogged up on you. You don't want that to happen. Spray some alcohol in here. Yeah, spray some alcohol in here. So I wound up I first moved out here in Mississippi after the end of my 8th grade year, but I was already cutting my hair ever since 7th grade. Once my cousin, my bad about the choppy effects, I don't know if it's gonna be choppy on the camera, but it's kind of like laggy almost. But we're gonna have to deal with that today. But I used to cut my hair, came out here to Mississippi, my cousin lived out here. He seen that I was cutting my own hair. He asked me to start cutting his hair. So I started cutting my hair, started cutting his hair, started cutting my little brother's hair, started cutting his partner's hair, then I started cutting my partner's hair. And that's how it really started, but I never really attempted to start cutting other people until 3 years ago. That 3-year mark, we were just in the 2-year mark, but that 3-year mark just passed like July of of this year. Yeah, June, July of this year, or May, somewhere around that time. So I started cutting. My wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, so she suggested that I started cutting hair. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. So I bought me this same exact barber chair. This barber chair, I need to go get a new barber chair. I don't know if y'all can see it tonight. This one right here. It's a pretty good barber chair, pretty decent barber chair. I think when I had got it, it was like $600 something, and then I got it, or $500, whatever it may be. I got it. I started cutting hair at my house, and people just started coming. And then one day I was cutting hair. I was charging like $5, and when I started cutting hair at my house, for real, and I bought this chair, I had moved it up to $10, and then I had slowly moved it up to $15. And I started cutting hair, and just off of $15, and one day I had made, what, almost $200 something. So I'm like, dang, this a pretty good amount of money to sit there and be off of $15, and one day I made almost $200 something. So that was pretty big for me, cause I was like, cause you young, so that's like a lot more than what people made in a day for us. So I pursued it. I started cutting every single day of the week and stuff like that. And then they had this dude that was a shop owner in Louisiana. He was like, hey bro, why don't you come down here and you learn how to cut hair at the shop, and you get your skills and your license and everything while you're out here. So I wound up going out there. And I stayed out there for about a year until I was like, you know what, I'm trying to take it serious. Because even at that time when me sitting there, being a barber, even at that time I still was questioning myself on whether I wanted to still be a barber or not. Because man, in that first year, I don't live in like a big city or anything. Well, Slidell, Louisiana, it's a pretty big, a pretty decent city, but I didn't really know, I have the information and knowledge that I have now about barbering, so I wasn't getting hardly no clientele. I sucked. Then I thought I was good at one point, and I was still trash at cutting hair, decent at cutting hair. Not that good. Nowhere near as good as I am right now. Like y'all can see from my old YouTube videos from like 2 years ago, even a year ago, you can see me progressing every other video for real. And that's within 2 years, that's within months apart from each other. I used to really take my time and really really just try to lock in and make the best of the you know, the scenario or whatever, and try to get better. So I did that. I decided to take it a little bit more serious. I'm about to switch to this little chop pie, and we're about to get back to talking. All right, so let me see if I could just. I don't know why I be doing that, but I wind up trying to reach a bigger clientele base or a higher audience, you know, because I wanted to let me just pause. I wanted to reach a bigger, like I wanted to start cutting NFL players, NBA players, and you know, people with more, you know, more money to them, or more, you know, people with more value to them, or people that hold themselves at a higher value. So I had to go get my license, and I moved to 2 different shops before that in like the span of like a month, because both shops were bad shops. So I wound up moving out of both of them and just getting the little suite that I'm at right now. But yeah, so it's really how I became a barber and how everything started. But then I'm gonna tell you like my why and stuff like that. My why is kind of like, I really do it for my son, as y'all know. Or if y'all don't know, I do it for a child. His name is Easton. He's 1 year old. I do it for him, my family, my wife, my sister, my brother. The typical stuff. My mom, my dad. I feel like I was always supposed to be a barber. I was always I hope I don't get pulled over for this light. I had looked it up before I had made this video, because I was already planning on making a video before, you know, I was already planning on doing this. But I was always artistically gifted with my hands at drawing, and drawing is the same exact thing as cutting hair. It's the same exact thing, believe it or not. So, with that being said, I was all out of high school and everything. I was trying to start reselling, didn't really know what I wanted to do and stuff like that. But I hope this camera is focusing right. Hold on. Yeah, I hope the camera is focusing. No, I can't do it. Oh well, the camera got to focus when it focus, but all y'all doing is just really just hearing me talk. Y'all watching a little bit and stuff like that. Is that a pretty good, you know, thing right now? I had to hold it, make sure this thing don't fall. But I was always artistically gifted. My family is gifted when it comes to being an artist of somewhat, or some structure, or some form of anything with colors and art and creating with our hands. We just always been in that field. So what led up to me being a barber was that I never wanted to be a barber. Like, I didn't want to be a barber. So what wound up happening was, I was just getting out of high school. A year out of high school, I waited to go to college. I went to college my first time. I felt like I was peer pressured without even knowing. I feel like a lot of people are peer pressured into going to college without even knowing that they're being peer pressured. Your friends going to college, the girls that you knew in high school going to college, the boys that you know, your partners, they all going to they all going to college. So you feel kind of entitled or intended to going, and you don't even know what you want to be in life. I feel like it's rare. I feel like less than 40. I feel like more than 90% of the world do not know what they want to do coming out of high school. They don't know what career they want to go into. They don't know what field. They don't know what they want to be. They don't have no passion or anything like that. So I feel like a lot of people don't know what they want to be. So I wound up dropping out of college 2 times before I actually became a barber. I wound up dropping out 2 times. I did a lot of researches, what benefits you going to college and all this, all this other stuff. The world we live in nowadays, bro, it's best to get you a trade. It's best to fall into a line of a trade because they got people like Elon Musk out here just creating all these robots, all these different things that's gonna, replace a lot of these jobs that's going on right now. So I'm glad I did choose barbering, something that's hands-on and stuff like that. And a lot of people go to college for 7 years, 5 years, however long it may be, and they get out of college and they just making what, 50K a year, 70K a year, a little bit under 100K a year. And it took them a long time before they could even start their process. And with most jobs, you don't even start all the way up there. You start around 50K to 70K a year, and then you gotta wait more years and work yourself up, or go to college even longer and work yourself up after that. With barbering or any trade, well, really truly with barbering, it's only 6 months, 11 months, 12 months, whatever your school may provide. And then after that, bro, it's all on you. Whatever you want to make in that year is all on you. How much work ethic you had, how passionate are you about this field. A lot of people just pick it up and they just think it's because it's cool. That's why I like my story a little bit, because it just happened. I didn't just pick this up because I seen somebody else doing it, or I heard you could be your own boss, which is not true. When you first start off, it's hard, bro. It's hard to, especially where I'm from, it's hard to get your clientele, to get good, to get, it's hard to establish a spot, bro. That's the truth about it. All this, first barber, 100K a year. Bro, that don't happen. Oh, man. But, bro, that don't happen to a lot of people, man. You got to go to a high-end shop. You can be paying a lot of money just to be in that shop. That take a lot of walk-in traffic or a lot of walk-in clients, bro. That's gonna take you a while. So, but it's all on you. Whatever you wanna, however hard work that you do, whatever work you put in, you gonna get there. Whatever labor you gonna try to get in, whatever you put in, that's what you gonna get out of it. But how I officially started being a barber, I was about to be a truck driver. My dad was a truck driver, so he was like, son, because that's why I got HYB from. HYB means handle your business. He's like, son, what you gonna do with your life? You're not going to college no more. What you gonna do? You wanna do this? What you gotta go get up and do something. And at this point, I just got out of high school. Like, man, I don't want to hear this. I ain't trying to worry about none of this and all this other stuff. He was like, bro, you gotta do something. So he was a very hard worker himself. So he decided that I was gonna be a truck driver, or he gave me the option to be a truck driver. So at that point, I was like, man, I might as well go get my CDL. I might as well go. They making decent money. But I'm sitting here seeing him come home, because he used to work in Louisiana when he stayed in Mississippi. He used to wake up at 8 o'clock, leave around 9, and don't make it back home till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They go back to sleep, get 4-3 hours of sleep, and just wake up doing the same exact thing every single day. And I know that took a toll on his body, and he was fatigued most of the time, because that was like 6 days out the week or 7 days out the week sitting there being a truck driver. He was making decent money, but it wasn't nothing crazy, for real. So I started, he was like, bro, he was like, son, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna give you the book, you could study it, and we could we could go ahead and go take your test, because I'm good with the people in New Orleans. You could just come work with me and all this other stuff. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, man, I might as well. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I started looking up on YouTube truck driving, day in the life of the truck driver, seeing how truck driving and everything work. And I was like, man, I finally decided. I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna be a truck driver. And the day I decided that, I remember that day so vividly. Usually cause we lived in 2 different rooms. I had my room, he had his own room. He walked down the hallway. He always used to have big baggy pants and some jeans and stuff like that. I could hear his keys and his big boots that he used to wear because he used to like to fish and stuff like that. I can hear him walking down the hallway and I can hear him leaving out the door. And I'm like, man, when he get back, I'm gonna be like, I'm ready to go take the test. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for you to give me the book so I can study for the test, right? But what wound up happening is he never came home. My dad wound up getting into a car accident and died in a car accident. And we didn't find out that he died till like a week later. So I feel like it was always meant, because I was like for sure about to be a truck driver. I was like positive I was going to get into truck driving and get a pretty decent job. So that right there led me to, for real, just cutting hair. I started reselling. And then it fell into me cutting hair and stuff like that. So that's a part of my story to why I started barbering or how I got into barbering. It just so I feel like barbering was meant for me to do. Even though I'm pretty young in my career, I'm only 3 years strong in my career actually cutting other people's hair for real. Instead of not just doing my own hair for real. So I might be a little bit older, but I'm young inside my career. And then I also do it for my mom. She died. I want to say she died last year, right before I started school. I was actually supposed to start school in January. That January of last year. Was it last year? No. Yeah, it was last year. That January of last year. But I wound up not going, because I wound up just slightly missing the end date of school. And then my mama died. And so I'm glad God allowed me not to go. Because I probably wouldn't be able to take it. And I probably would have started, because barbering is an hourly based, it's an hourly based type thing. And I probably would have wound up missing a lot of days, being unmotivated, being, I don't know, just feeling all different types of ways. So I'm glad God gave me time to heal to be able to go. And around that same time, I was about to have my son. So I was like, oh man, you can't let things in the past determine your future. You gotta learn how to step over things for real and just not put it under the rug, but like move past it, kind of accept it. It happened, and and it is what it is. And I can't be depressed, or I can't, I gotta be able to, step through it and move on. I still got a whole life ahead of me. I'm 25. You live averagely to about 80 something years old. So I'm not even half of I'm like one fourth of my lifespan. So if I let that dictate my future, the whole rest of my 60 years of life is gonna be trash. And that's something that a lot of people gotta realize, bro. You gotta grind right now for your future. So I couldn't let that dictate my future. So that's when I started really locking in, getting good and all this other stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my story. And why I became a barber and why I do what I do and my whys and stuff like that. So, and at the process when my father died, all the bills and everything fell on me. And at this time, I'm 21 years old and my brother's 15. So he's basically just getting into high school. Now I gotta go grind, go try to get 2 jobs, and gotta try to go, pay all these bills and everything. Imagine that happening to y'all, for real. Imagine paying y'all house bills and everything and all this other stuff, trying to maintain and trying to survive, and starting barber school at the same time, and starting barbering at the same time. I had a rough beginning for my barber journey, which is insane. I feel like my barber journey, like I almost didn't pass school because I feel like I butt heads with the instructor a lot. So even though I never really said anything to him, we just butt heads, and I feel like I was going to not have the hours to pass, and then God wound up letting me have the hours. God always came through for us. So it's God, bro. It's always been God. So yeah, Yep. But look, I'm gonna end it right there. We're gonna get back more into these vlogs and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all like the vlogs or not. I know the camera probably blurry a little bit. You could probably barely see me, but hey, it's HYB. If you're not handling your business, then what you doing? Handle your business. With everything you do, put your all into everything you do. Don't slack. Don't lessen yourself. Don't be average, bro. I never been the type of dude to be average. To settle for less or to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I'm a Christian. I listen to gospel. I don't listen to no rap. I make things cool for myself. And I feel like people respect that a lot. I'm not like 90%, 99% of the world, bro. When you're a Christian, it feel like you're the 1% for real. It feel like everybody. I feel like that plays a part of my clientele too. I feel like a lot of people not used to, you know, gospel music, maybe playing at the shop, which I rarely do, because I do respect other people. So I just put on like Sports Center and stuff like that, and like, you know, football, ESPN, you know, baseball and stuff like that, which I do like to watch the games and everything at the shop. It lessens talking and stuff like for me, because I was a shy and not a talkative person at first, but you know, you gotta grow out of things. Barbering changed me a lot. Barbering was good. That's what I didn't know. Barbering actually helped me become a better person. It kind of opened up the doors to me being less shy, less timid, to me being outspoken and, you know, saying what's on my mind, even though I've always been like that, but I wasn't 100% there. And then I was doing competitions going against other barbers. Man, the people that don't compete could never be, you can be a good barber, but you gonna never have that next level, that dog, that you're gonna say that Mamba mentality inside you. It's just not possible. It's just not physically possible if you don't compete, bro. When you compete, it's another type of feeling inside you. It's like butterfly. You ever heard butterflies in your stomach? It's like it takes it to a whole nother extreme. I didn't compete it in front of a lot of people before and lost, and I won some and stuff like that, but I did that because I knew it was going to help me in my shyness and me being more outspoken and me talking to my clients and stuff like that. So every time somebody watch me, every time I step on stage, cut hair, everybody, random people that don't even cut hair, they enjoy me. They tell me, they walk up to me and be like, man, you're really good. I enjoyed watching you cut hair for real. So, and then I be having people that be like, yo, I be seeing some of y'all sometimes, y'all notice me out in public, even though I'm not a big YouTuber, but y'all let me know to keep grinding. Y'all motivate me to keep grinding, because some of y'all be seeing me like, man, you fire, keep up the work. I be following you on Instagram, I follow you on YouTube and stuff like that. So, and if y'all don't know, I go to Houston a lot, well, Texas a lot. My partner live down there, and that's when they host most of the barber stuff. So if you go to Texas event, y'all probably gonna see me a lot out there for real. So, but look, we're going in right there. Next time I'm gonna take y'all along with me to the gym. Y'all gonna see a little something. I know I'm skinny but strong at the same time. But look, I'm not trying to get that big bulky physique. I'm trying to get that nice, you know, calisthenic mixed in with a little bit of weights type stuff. But it's HYB. If you're not handling business, then what you doing? And I'm out.